Alright, so I'm actually re-recording this because my audio is a little weird. I'm hoping that there isn't an issue this time around. I'm not entirely sure what was going on, but there was some like feedback static occurring. But yeah, so I'm running a team with Shadow Golurk, Lapras, and Dedenne. And I'm getting back into the groove of Go Battle League. I'm thinking about being a little more consistent this season. I know I've been saying that, but I actually am pretty motivated to do so. I've been playing every day this season so far. I did a couple live streams testing out the internet at my parents' place where I'm at right now, just kind of here for the summer, trying to help out a bit. Yeah, so pretty much this team I wanted to build because Dedenne is getting a little bit of recognition this season so far, which I was even using it originally, just coincidentally, because I ran it on my NAIC team back in 2022 where I got 9th place. And yeah, it's getting some love and attention this season. So I decided to make a team that could actually help deal with opposing Dedenne, hopefully. So that's why I picked Shadow Golurk. It's a meta pick that is actually a really great counter to Dedenne, and also has some great coverage in the format as well, just being a ghost ground type. So, I'm showcasing 3 sets of battles I did yesterday, and yeah, I'm just gonna discuss it a little bit. So, Gastrodon, you gotta be careful with, because as you can tell, they're gonna be able to farm you down in the 2-shield scenario. But they end up just taking the Shadow Punch. I could have just taken the Body Slam here, but I figured it might be better just to have that extra health, because I think we would have both died there otherwise. And it ends up paying off a little bit just purely because I can actually get to the Shadow Punch and get a shield from Drifblim. I'm bringing Dedenne here, and they end up having Credillia in the back, which can be a little problematic for the team depending, but it's also not necessarily the worst case scenario. I mean, it has pretty good typing and coverage and resistances against my team, but I just gotta throw the sparkling Arias from Lapras into it and just try to chip as much damage as I possibly can, because these are going to be neutral on this grass Pokemon. Unfortunately for me, they end up just getting greedy. I guess they were trying to generate a little bit more energy, and they end up just getting punished for that. So now it is just GG. But yeah, thanks for, if you're just tuning into the video, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing and liking if you like Go Battle League content. If you're an old subscriber, thanks for sticking around. It's been a minute. I really value your support here on YouTube. And yeah, for the most part, I might try to do more live streams. I mean, even my live stream the other day, I was noticing after the fact that I was getting frame drops, which I didn't think happened in the previous couple I did. It might have just been the day, because I don't have air conditioning in this room. In my room that I'm staying in right now for the stream is the hottest room in this house, and it's summertime. It's humid here in Pennsylvania. It's crazy, but I think it may have had something to do with the temperature, because with the electronics running and everything, it probably just heated up the entire room too much. I'm really hoping the audio isn't messed up for this, but yeah, so oh yeah, awesome to see Golisopod up here too, getting some love this season, and Araquanid up in the meta. But yeah, Fury Cutter was what I was focusing on originally when I first started making teams. I thought, hey, let's try out this new buffed Fury Cutter. Samurai was my pick initially, but I feel like a lot of people have been running things that are resisting bug in general, so it's been kind of like, is it actually the best thing to be testing out at the moment? I mean, some of it, yeah, but absolutely, people are, I mean, this first week is going to be a bunch of discovery. I mean, I've already been seeing people shift away from Dedenne and kind of bring anti-Dedenne teams. But, yeah, that's kind of like the plan today, is just try to take advantage of the fact that Dedenne is feeling pretty good, and at the same time, I don't want to be losing to rival Dedennes. So I have a Quagsire lead in this match, and I don't really have the, like, I could just switch out immediately, but I wanted to gauge and see what are they actually running as their attack. If it was Mud Bomb, I would consider taking one, but it is, they actually are running Aqua Tail. So I'm gonna end up trying to catch a move on Lapras, and I think it worked out better this way because I was able to trade shields with Quag, and also waste some of its energy, so technically my Golurk now is ahead energy. So that puts me kind of in a better position even if I lose this switch, because now I can get off one more Sparkling Aria before they farm me down, which is going to be a little problematic, right? But I end up just insta-swapping into Golurk, and I decide, hey, it might be worth just shielding and farming down, because I do have the energy, and I'm just going to throw the Shadow Punch regardless into the Quagsire. And they end up shielding, but I guess they were a little greedy here. I'm assuming they might have been, maybe not realizing how much energy I had, and they end up getting taken out. I mean, maybe they could have had the move, but I feel like they may have not. Yeah, Clodsire in the back is going to be, even though they can, you know, do some decent damage here, it's not the worst case scenario. I'm going to bring in Dedenne and just try to chip away with Play Rough, and then I still have Lapras and Golurk to farm down a little bit. I mean, it is a little close here, I'm not going to lie. It could easily go in any direction if I'm not careful. I'll bring Golurk hoping it's enough, but it won't actually be enough, and fortunately the Psy Wave will be. So yeah, GG's. Alright, so I probably, in this match, I maybe should have just insta-swapped out, but I wasn't really sure what the best case scenario would be. And even in this, like, I wasn't expecting them to shield. Maybe I could have just bait with a Shadow Punch, but I mean, it's hard to know, obviously, at the beginning of the battle, especially when I don't know the team, but by the end of this battle, it will seem obvious to me that, at least in this battle, I should have switched out. Again, it's not necessarily that you would need to switch out on Wigglytuff typically, it's just that what this person ends up having as their back line ends up being a great counter to my back line, like my closer, which is Dedenne technically is my closer on the team. That's how I view it. But yeah, as you can see, they bring back in Wiggly. I think they shield this potentially even. Yeah, and at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe I have a chance, but I don't want to spoil it. But what they have in the back, Dedenne is not going to really be able to one-shot, and vice versa. I can't be taking these mud slaps from Marowak like that. So unfortunately, that's going to farm me down, and that's a GG. I mean, maybe I could have used that other shield somehow, possibly. But a 4-1 set to start, and I thought that felt good, so I decided to keep trying out the team more. I got a Clodsire in the lead here, and with Clefable, because it uses Swift typically as its bait or fast, or like its like spam move, I decided to stay in a little bit and try to get off a shield or get off some more damage. And now I'm going to bring in Dedenne, knowing that Clodsire is going to pretty much wall Dedenne entirely. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. I'm just going to build up energy, throw Parabolic Charge into Clefable, and then it will be removed, and they'll bring Clodsire. And, you know, it's nice to take all that Swift damage because I didn't really want Clodsire to get too much of a farm down on me as well, to have energy for my backline or my lead. And that ended up working out great. They end up bringing in Lapras. Instead of just switching out, I was so close to the Dynamic Punch, I figured I'll either get the shield or remove Lapras entirely here. And as you can see, it was remove Lapras entirely. But yeah, it's like, it was very cool. I'm very happy to be using Dedenne. I ran this in 2022, I think it was the year, at NAIC. It was the first year for Go, and that was pretty much the only time I actually played Pokemon Go for Play Pokemon competitively. I was really big into Sylph and factions. That was probably my peak of playing competitively in Pokemon Go. When I was at my sharpest, when I was like playing the best I've ever, you know, at the top of my game. But it's been years, and I've been fairly casual the past couple of years. I haven't even tried to hit Legend the past couple of years. I know what it takes, you know, it's not easy. It takes a lot of dedication, and you really got to like hone the skills and count, honestly. Like, counting is a big part of it. I feel like I'm not like, even to this day, I don't really see myself as someone that like feels comfortable counting. I mean, sometimes I will, but majority of the time I don't. Even as a musician, I'm more of a, like, when I'm doing timing, I'm not like a 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 or whatever. I'm like feeling the rhythm. Like I lock in, I feel it, like I'm like grooving. I'm like locking into that motion. By the way, on a side note, I actually have a new album that's coming out June 11th. I'm very proud of the production I put onto it. If you like ska, reggae, punk music, jazz, I mean, I take a lot of inspirations from a lot of different genres, but it's kind of like surfy ska, jazz music, and dude, it's so good. I'm so happy about it. I mean, I put out one album last year. I put one of the songs I actually made a music video for, and it's on this channel because it's a Pokemon Go song. It's called Microtransactions Can Be Fun. If you haven't seen that music video yet, you should totally check it out. I'm surprised it didn't get more views than it did because I feel like the response of it was very positive and good, and I think it's a great song. I mean, I know I'm biased, but it's an amazing song too. It's funny. It's a goofy little song, but yeah, definitely check it out. You can find it here on my channel. Microtransactions Can Be Fun, and you can always like check out I have a YouTube channel with all my animation and music that I'm putting out as well. It's just Rob Sassy if you want to check out that. Keep an eye out for my album that's dropping. You can also listen to my music on Spotify or whatever your preferred music streaming platform would be. But yeah, back to the battles. So the last set of this, the very last set, I actually wanted to showcase that one. Once it shows up, I'll kind of discuss it more. But I had a glitch in it that kind of cost me a match, and that's why I wanted to include it primarily. These are all really good sets regardless, and this matchup is something that I wanted to mention too in this video. This is like one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video. I was actually kind of surprised because I didn't do any research on these matchups, but I'm assuming even without looking at PV Poke, this is a matchup that, you know, I assume like, okay, electric, this is great for me. But because I let that first flame charge through, it ends up kind of biting me in the butt because I can't even get to a move. And I think in some scenarios it would be better to just match the moves and then let Dedenne go potentially. But or like catch the move and like have that little bit of energy on Dedenne. But I think Talonflame is actually going to be a pretty decent way to even deal with Dedenne, depending on how you get your alignment. I'm assuming that in the 2-shield, Talonflame wins that matchup, just purely based on the racked up damage from Incinerate. But again, I didn't research this. I could be entirely wrong. If you want to correct me in the comments, I understand entirely. But I think Talonflame absolutely will have some really good play this season, just based on my initial impressions. And it makes me wonder if that's why people may even be leading Magcargo at times or running Magcargo. I mean, there are a lot of bug steel types running around as well, but it just felt like Magcargo has been popping up frequently. But yeah, in this situation, I didn't want to switch out because I just felt like Golurk had such a great situation against the most of his team in general, and I still had Lapras for Magcargo, worst case scenario. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. I mean, it's a little jumping around stuff, but it doesn't matter because I'll get up some decent damage with Parabolic Charge, which has been great on Dedenne. I honestly have no idea when they added this on Dedenne, if it was this, maybe it was this season's new. I personally haven't used Dedenne in a while, and I had to TM this on it when I looked on PV Poke, because mine still had Discharge. I mean, maybe it's new this season. It must be, because I feel like I haven't even heard of this on Dedenne, and it feels like Dedenne is everywhere now. It does feel strong. I mean, Fairy Electric, it's not like a crazy offensive presence or defensive presence, but it does have relatively good, you know, coverage for what it is. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not like the most optimal coverage, but it also is kind of oppressive as well. This is the battle I wanted to kind of like talk about that was like kind of weird. I don't know if anyone's experiencing any lag or glitches in the Go Battle League. I mean, that almost feels like, you know, of course you are. Why would I even ask you? But I do feel like the game hasn't been acting up as bad as I once have experienced in the past. I mean, granted, this could happen to anyone or whatever, but I just wanted to wonder, is this something that feels malicious to you, or does it feel just like coincidental? Because a lot of times when I get these weird little glitches that end up ruining the match, it always happens at the pivot of the battle where my opponent literally has no win con. As you'll see, like, I'm pretty much wrecking this person with alignment, blah blah blah, going for the Shadow Punch. Tinkaton can't do much of anything. I don't even have this Pokemon. I don't think I've even caught one. I think you have to like hatch it maybe. But pretty much after the Blastoise throws its Hydro Cannon here, I bring in Lapras, and it's going to be a clear farm down situation. There's no way they could beat me. And the game just stops working entirely. Like, I'm like, what is going on here? And the crazy thing is, this dude's name was Captain Swablu, which I was a part of the SoCal Swablues. That was our faction name. And I'm like, I noticed it after the fact, rewatching it. I was like, does that guy have any association with the Swablues? That's crazy. But yeah, so I got a loss pretty much because of whatever reason. But I end up reaching out to Niantic and getting a free raid pass, whatever, you know? Like, I don't normally do that, but I figured, you know what, I'm gonna get a raid pass out of this, because that's the, you know, I might as well. Like, all I gotta do is, like, prove that it happened. I had a screenshot, I always record these battles when I'm playing. So I had the evidence, but yeah, the thing that I don't like about those weird little glitches, though, is that regardless of if it is just like a server issue or, you know, like latency or something, it feels malicious because of the timing of it. And it happens more often than not that's how they occur. It's not like it just lags out at the start of the match, and you know, it's always when the match has already been developed and it's already clear who's going to win that stuff happens to me personally. So I don't know if there's an exploit that people can do, but that's what that felt like. And granted, I'm not trying to be sitting here saying like that's what happened and whatever. I'm just saying that feeling that I'm left with is that, regardless of the reality. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, I'm not gonna blame this person if they say they cheated, because that's like not really responsible when I have no evidence of that. But I'm just letting you, like, just trying to let you know that maybe you feel a similar way. I personally think this is what makes people stop playing video games like this, is they don't know. It doesn't matter if it's legit or not, it just doesn't feel good at the end of the day. And it's like, the timing of it's just crazy how it just glitches out right as you're about to win. But anyways, I do like this team a lot. I ran it a little bit today too. I like it. I mean, the meta seems to be shifting slightly. Like, I tried to make an anti-Dedenne team. I don't know if Dedenne is necessarily meta. I mean, Clodsire is relevant. Obviously, it's like top of the list. So I think it's gonna be kind of like a put your like your finger put in the wind type situation. Which way is the wind blowing? You know, play a couple sets. I don't know though. Sometimes I feel like the way the algorithm works in Go Battle League. I mean, I know it might be matchmaking for sure to a degree. Like, the more you win, the harder the battles get. Then blah blah blah. But I feel like sometimes when I'm streaming, people are coming to my stream like, "How are you facing these type of teams? I haven't seen any of these type of teams yet. They're facing the teams that I built my team for, or whatever." I don't know. Like, sometimes I wonder, is there like some sort of like algorithm that, you know, depending on what your lead is or the order of your team, does it like cater to that? Like, I have no clue, honestly. It's a speculation. I mean, the thing is, like, trying to make a competitive, I've talked about this for years, like trying to make a competitive game out of blind format is kind of like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of hard to like get behind it, I guess, to make it simple. But anyways, yeah, it's a pretty good team. I had fun running it so far. I've been enjoying the season thus far. Also, if you're watching this video, you've gotten this far, please hit that like button. It does help my content out a lot here. And maybe consider commenting and let me know what you think about this season so far. What's your favorite Pokemon that you've been testing out with the move update? Or maybe it's just an old Pokemon that doesn't have a move update, but now it just kind of molded itself a little bit better within the current meta. But yeah, I was testing out live streams, and my last live stream, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is my second time recording this video, so I don't remember what I talked about or not, but I've been trying to do some live streams from where I'm at right now, and it's been a little difficult because there's no air conditioning here, and my computer and technology devices, they all heat up like crazy in this room. I'm in the hottest room in the house where I'm setting this up, and yeah, I noticed in my last stream I was getting a lot of visual frame drops. The audio seemed perfectly fine, but I don't know, it's weird. I'm assuming it had to do with the heat more than just my Wi-Fi connection, so yeah. It would be nice to try to do more. I do enjoy going live and hanging out with the viewers, even when I'm getting my butt handed to me. Like, It is what it is, you know. There was a time where I cared a little bit more. I'd maybe get a little heated, you know, back in the day when I was like extremely competitive about the game. But I think overall, like my mentality is totally shifted, you know. I mean, for the best, of course. But yeah, I think it's fine if the connection is not the best. I could always try to make more videos like this. I mean, I don't have a beautiful backdrop or anything like that going on here. I might even start just green screening myself on these videos just to make it look a little more presentable. But I don't have lights here. I have like nothing. I don't even have a mic stand. I'm holding this in my hand right now. I've been producing a lot of music on this journey, and I have a second album that's coming out June 11th. I already mentioned. It's called What Do You Want From Me by Rob Sass, if you want to check it out. Did I mention that? I feel like I may have mentioned it already, but definitely consider checking it out. I'm already like 6 songs into my third album, but I've gotten really experimental with my third one. I even started recording, like I've been making drum kits out of noises around the room. Like there's a game called Stump that me and my friends played on his birthday. It's like a drinking game, and I made sound effects from like all the nails hitting. I don't know, it's like really confusing to explain, but yeah, that's the video. Thanks for swinging by. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Sass Squad is getting stronger each and every day. You have good morning, evening, afternoon for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. And if you'd like to check out more Go Battle League content from me, consider checking out these videos above.